How you doing, guys? I know it's been a while. I just wanted to do this quick video. I finished this Hobio SST Truggy. Had it on top of my desk for a very long time. For some reason, I started with the center diff, started working my way to the front and rear, and it just took a while to get little shims and parts that I needed to get for this. From the wheel nuts that I got from China, and then the wheels were back ordered, so. But I'm just gonna jump right into this. This thing came out like a killer build. I started this as a basher, and then I still have the basher, but then I got into a new build. Kind of went a lot on this one. But let me just start with the wheels real quick. These are the 3.8 Proline Road Rage. These are straight cup washers that I used. I used them mostly throughout the whole build. And orange wheel nuts, just to keep the blue and orange scheme going. These straight cups are hard to find, but if you go to these guys here, C-Spec design, you can find them. They start from 3mm all the way up to 10mm. And if you use Lorman RCs, it's either Lorman's or Lorman's RCs. They give you a small discount if you just mention, the channel. And the discount code. But anyway, let me just jump right into this. Let's give it a quick swirl. This is the original body. I had to trim it a lot on the sides and on the coolant head area. I use the spacers, the hub extenders on this. It's got a really nice wide stance. The body's on all the way, so. Let me just give it a quick twirl here. You have to excuse me, I'm using a 110 scale stand on this thing. This thing came out killer here. You can see all the detail on the washers and everything here. Of course, I'll take off the wheels now real quick so you can see it. Let me just take this body off and just jump right into it, So I went with the LRP Z.30 motor, brand new Spec 4 Canon filter on this. It's hard to see it in the video, but it's got a lot of detail, man. I went with the, like I said, this started with the original build. It was an orange chassis, so I had everything in orange, but I did the two-tone, which kind of liked it a lot, the blue and the orange and the gray. These shocks, I bought them on eBay. They're for an Arma, or Mojave, or the Talon. You can find them on eBay. They're inexpensive. They're about like $45 for the front and rear. 5mm shock rods. I had the originals on here, but just they were too mushy, and I didn't like. I'm using 50 oil weight on the rear and 40 in the front. I had to use these spacers, which I also found on eBay. It took me a while from China, 3mm spacer, just to get it right. Let me just work my way. See, they actually, They actually go to 2.5mm also, and 2mm. I'm sorry, 2mm and 3mm on the straight cups. Let me see if I can get a little closer there. You see in there? Just pretty cool. I also did a little. Everything has detail. Everything's got bolts and nuts. Even on the rear here, everything's bolted and nutted. That's a 4mm straight cup. And of course, bolted on the other side. When I started this build and I got the straight cup washers, I didn't do it on the motor, but since I had it dialed in, I didn't want to take it apart and put it in there, A little spring in there. And when I did the Spider center diff, same thing. I had to make these screws to the exact specs. So I had to cut, shave, and trim so they can fit exactly like the factory. But, I added these little springs in there, if you can see in there. This center diff is killer, man. Brakes are dead on. Then I went with the Blackout Edition Savox 1267 throttle and brake, and a 1268 in steering. This throttle and brake servo horn, I had to get it from China, which took forever. Then I had to dial this in to make sure everything's adjusted properly. Clear fuel filter. The steering servo arm is from Intergy. And I got, you know, all those tray cups in here. Kind of glad I can zoom in this so you guys can see it. And on the plate I also used countersunk washers to make it. I gotta clean this. This is a shavings from when I was doing the body. I had a lithium battery in there, 2700 milliamps. But that center diff came out killer, man. I'll show you the front here. Let me back out a little bit so you can see it. I use a spacer on this too here, 3mm, just to make sure it's nice and even. These tray cup washers, man, they really add some really nice detail. The pipe on this I use is a Hung Nor. This is off of one of the racing buggies I had. Love this pipe. Pull start. If you look in there, see if I can show you back here. CVDs in the front here for the rear shaft, and then the front's also the same. Unfortunately, I can't get in there, but I have it in the front also. Let me see if I can get in there. No, you can't. Aluminum front and rear braces. This thing came out killer, man. The wheels came out killer. I mean, this entire build was just, it took me a while because, like I said, I was waiting for parts. And anybody that's into the hobby, you know how much time I put into this bad boy. Let me just take off these wheels real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. So I went with the extended hub. Just zoom in this a little bit. These shocks I had to modify a little bit. So this is the original bottom cup from the original shocks. That's what I used, basically. I used the original. That's basically, the springs come like that from stock, and so is the whole setup. I mean, it's a really nice shock. I just used the bottom from the original shocks. You go around here so you can see how I did this over here. This is carbon fiber. All in there. Let me show you the rear. This is from a Kyosho, the blue. And the rear did the extended also. This has ceramic bearings all the way around, front and rear. CVDs in the rear also. Spin this around so you can see it. in the front, I do have the extended shaft. So they make, when you look this up, they make with a plus 2 millimeter. So I can get really into, if you see in here, I can really get into that CVD cup. You see it? Show you the front. When you buy these, if you buy them, they're marked wrong. But if you look at them straight forward, it's supposed to be left and right. But by factory, they marked them wrong. But that's what they told me anyway. Because if you look in front of the truck, then yeah, this is your left side and this is your right. But supposedly they told me from Hobio that they were labeled wrong. Man, this thing looks killer, man. This is all shimmed out, so there's no play here. If you see this here, there's no play whatsoever. Even up and down, side to side here, there's all shimmed out. Even in here, there's no play. It's this thing came out really nice and tight, man. Let me back this out so you can see it a little bit better. Anyway, guys, let me just show you the radio. I went with this Radio Link. This is I think it's got a fail safe. This is a great radio, man. For the price, you know, you can't beat this car, man. It's got a fail safe. So if I turn this off, it automatically goes into brake, you know what I mean? So anyway, this radio I bought off. You can get this on Amazon. Put a little detail in there. A little orange, neck strap. This is the model number. It's a Radio Link. You can put a monitor on this hole here. Let me see if I get a little quote in there. You see, get a little decal, a little detail in there. See on the top here, Hyper SST. Like I said, man, this is let me just show you the wheels from the back. I have the adapters, you can see in there. These are really nice tires. They're a little pricey, but I think they're killer, man. But anyway, I don't want to take too much of your time, guys. There you have it. This is the Hobio SS Truggy. Let's see if I can focus on a little bit more. SS Truggy. And I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it took me a while to finish building it. Don't know why, but I was just waiting for a lot of the parts, just to get it dialed in right. But anyway, thanks for watching. And I'm gonna be off to my next build, which I I'm gonna be doing soon, and then I'll be posting it up. Let me show you here from the front real quick. Hey, if you guys have any questions, man, just let me know. Like I said, Z-Spec Design. Real quick, these are the guys you're gonna see. They have straight cup, and they also have the oval. Like this. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not focused. Probably not focusing, but they have the oval cups and the straight cups. You know. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, man. And once I break this in and have time to I'll definitely get some run videos in and on my builds. Right as of right now, I'm just having fun, just building these things together, and and putting them together. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.